Welcome back, everybody. JC Proton here, and we are on episode 5 of our series playing Endless Space 2 on Endless Difficulty with a custom Horatio faction. And let's see where we left off. We were at turn 37, spotted a couple of other constellations, and let's see, we have 3 colonies now and a couple outposts in progress, one of which will be completed in 4 turns or so, maybe a little less depending on food shipments. And we have a damaged scout ship that had gotten ambushed by pirates. He is almost repaired. Looks like a couple more turns, he'll be ready to be upgraded. We have an upgraded design with better probes, nice and fast. So that'll be nice to put to work. And we have some scout ships in production. We have an Overwatch ship in production. I think maybe we'll. You know what? We should put another one in queue. Revealer 5, that upgraded ship. Yeah, let's build one of those as well. We'll queue that up right behind that Overwatch. Yeah, that'll be great. So yeah, get a couple of scouts. The Overwatch has a large vision radius, and then that'll we'll upgrade. Once this one's done repairing, we'll get him upgraded and send him out over here or here, and then the one that we build we'll send down here. We'll send one either direction, and we'll see what's out there, man. We'll see what's out there to see. And I had previously I recounted. It looks like we'll have all 12 of the blue caps here. 1 there, 2 there, 1 there, 3 there, gives us 7, that would be 8, 9, 10, 11, oh, maybe not, maybe I don't know how to count to 12, whatever, anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to look at maybe settling this system. I think maybe I need to settle that system. Let's see, what are we looking at for? Yeah, you know what? That's another good choice. Let's put another outpost up. Let's get that last outpost going. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good, man. Get that last outpost rocking, because right now food supplies are good. Only 4 turns away. Ukta, whatever. Uka. Silly system names. But yeah, it's 57 food about to arrive, and he's 4 turns at 28. It's 112 food minus 57 is 55. Divided by 28 is going to be 2. So that's going to be that outpost is going to be a system in 2 turns, so not 4, because of the arrival of that food. So yeah, man, let's get this rolling. Man. Here we go. Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing here? Nope. Need to remember to change the law before Ukta becomes established as a colony, so I get that next bonus to approval. as long as, okay, so elections, and on the endless difficulty or endless game speed is every 40 turns. So you can only have laws in effect. There are general laws. Let me run through this. All laws. Okay, here are all the laws. There are some that are general. These ones right here. You have to have a certain amount of whatever your leading political party is, has to be in office for a certain number of elections. The longer they've been in, the more potent the laws are that you can pass. So it's down in the corner. It says required political experience. Functional is the lowest. And then there's established, entrenched, and potent. Okay, so as the laws are more powerful, you need a higher level of experience. So there's established, and then entrenched, and then potent. So right now we are functional, and that will go up, I think, one notch basically to established, and that's next election. There are also not general laws that are party specific. So party specific laws are dust windfall, new colony, mineral misers. So these are laws that go into effect if you have industrial representatives in your government. And right now, the leading one for us is ecologist. We're hoping to keep ecologist. And so we can, because we currently have ecologists and industrial, then we can pass either of those parties' laws as well as the general laws. And the law that we've been using to boost approval is an industrial law. So after the election, sometimes parties get voted out of office. So right now, this is our current split on our Senate, and this is what the popular support is indicating. So right now, industrial faction support is falling and scientific support is rising. So building science ships boosts the science faction, so it might not actually be the best move to be building more science ships right now, but it is what it is. Okay, outpost ship we're sending there, and that's what I meant by a large radius from this ship here. Okay, so that's an outlying system that's not connected. I'm going to go ahead and send him down this way. I'll send a few probes first. See if there's anything out this way. Okay. Watch. Okay, cool. Okay, uncommon curiosities. So we have unlocked this right here, which is the next level of curiosities and off-lane travel. And Savannah. Oh yeah, so Savannah. So this system over here, cross. Remember, it was like 30 something, 36, whatever. So now it's increased to its potential now that we have unlocked that colonization type, So it'll be more productive. And let's see, Ukuta will become a system next turn. Let's change the law now before I forget. So we're going to get rid of cram exam. We're going to see this science is going to drop off noticeably. So 353 and 2 turns. So 353, it only dropped less than 40. 38, so that wasn't really that big of a thing. That wasn't that big of a drop. What, 10% I guess about? Okay, and we'll pass the new colony law. So it costs him 5 to pass, and then upkeep is only 4. Having that law in effect helps with our bonus. See what's happening here. Okay. And now we're doing eukaryotic sap. Eukaryotic sap is nice. You get a +5 approval per planet and +5 extra on hot planets. So that will really boost approval ratings. That'll crank things up. That new colony rule expires in 2 turns. I think I'm going to leave this law in effect. One of the things that influences your approval or which party is gaining or losing status is having laws in effect. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just leave that in effect, at least through the election, just to kind of help my industrialist party support. I have a lot of support for ecologists, so I'm not really worried about them falling out of favor. I might boost the industrialist support on the election. Let's see, I have that much influence, 221. I need 225 to support. Okay, cool. I'm going to have just an... Ooh, wait, no, I won't have enough because I'm about to have another system, and the system will raise it by another 75. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to have enough to give significant support. Let's see, where is he at? He is at... If I upgrade him now, it's going to cost 303. Because it has to repair him for 50 health. I will wait one more turn. The repair is 37. 37 is not that much. I'm making 157 per turn. Okay, let's just go ahead and do it now. Okay. Let's look and see, do we see any new curiosities that are level 2? I don't see anything flashing here on any of these. Oh wait, there we go. Andromeda. And Forest, okay. So there's a level 2 signal there. Level 2 life form, level 2 ruins, and a subterranean. Okay, The subterranean that requires 1 is probably going to be either titanium, not. It's going to be adamantium or antimatter, most likely. Build another Overwatch. So we'll send 1 Overwatch over here, here, and then along this northern side of the constellation. And the other Overwatch we'll send along the southern side of the constellation. Ultimately, 1 will probably go this way and 1 will come out in this direction. And these scouts are faster, they'll scout ahead, so I'll have him come over here and either check both of these systems or 1. We'll see how fast this one comes out. And whatever, we'll get these explored, these new curiosities explored. Yeah, okay, eukaryotic sap, cool. And we're going to leave that law in effect for now and see how things go with this election. Elections are a big deal, man. They have a significant impact on things, especially if they go wrong. Like if I don't get industrialists and ecologists, that's going to wreck that whole plus 25 bonus to approval that I'm getting on each system. And those bonuses are definitely helping with extra dust, science, and it's increasing food and influence. So, you know, a good percentage increase off of those. AC. Plus 2.5. Okay, so AC, so this one is AD40. So it's Constellation A, System D on a star lane, 4 telluric planets, 0 gas planets. This is my naming convention that I use. And then ocean, so that would be 30. A monsoon would add another 20 industrial production after this is already built, so because it's temperate and a planet. So that would be 20 points, after which, let's see, these do not have this resource, so probably go with this. That would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 science. Arctic and ice. That's only, that would only be 10 approval. I mean, 10 food if I already have these two, and this would be +1 per pop, which at plus 150% would be +2.5 per pop. So it would only be at +10 if I had 4 population, which at that point, 50 turns in, I'll probably have. I'll go ahead and knock out both of those, and then go Arctic, then go Ice, and then go with that. So that's tentatively the build order. Okay. So that's our 4th colony established. With 1 outpost here. AA is at +146, so it's 120 going to the outpost. Okay, I'll figure out which one of those it's going to be. He's a long way to go, 22. Max population 5, max population 5, doesn't seem to be a difference. 75400, 75400. That one is a pore deposit. This is a pore deposit, so they're basically, these two planets are clones of each other, essentially. Alright, I guess I'll take the inner one. Okay, and we do not have enough money to boost it yet, but we have a good income. We need 450, and we're at 301 with 177, so next turn we'll be able to boost. And slice that time in half. So as you can tell, the price that it costs to boost your planetary income or food production goes up. The more systems you have, it goes up. So eventually it gets pretty expensive. But you know, your income's going up at the same time, and then also the amount of food you're producing. I remember the early food chips were like, I want to say 30 or 50 food, something like that, and now they're the food chips are going to be 120. So 3 food, or I guess it's a total of 600 food to establish a colony, to upgrade from an outpost to a colony. Ooh, look at that. Oh, those pirates almost caught him. Whee. Okay, so I was thinking maybe I was going to send a probe over here, but let's see. How fast are those pirate ships? Ooh, speed 8. Ooh, those guys are... Okay, I guess I want to get ahead of them. Alright, well that's more than 8 right there, so they won't be able to catch me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's like 9.5. Look at that. 3 curiosities. A huge steps, an atmospheric, a life form, and a subterranean. Look at that. Okay. Subterranean. Okay. So A one planet system is unlikely to be colonized, but that one planet is probably going to have blue cap or something, and he's probably going to have another resource as well. So depending on how desperate we are for those resources, we hurts to say it, we might colonize that system. Kind of shudder a little bit at the thought of colonizing a system that only has one planet. Alright, so nothing there, we're going to head on out. Okay. And there's no resources here. We're at turn 39. We're leaving that law in place. It seems to be leveling off a little bit, so it's helping. So how do you boost Industrial Party? That's how. Okay. And that's ecology. Okay. So, next turn, here we go. See what these pirates do. Where are you boys going? You're nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble, that's what you guys are. Okay. Heading back where you came from. Okay. Cool. Ooh, this is a cool event. Okay, so here's the winning choice. If you do study, then the subsequent turn, next turn, I'll get a, I think it's plus 15 industry to all of my colonies for 10 turns, I think it is. I'm going to choose that. So 15 industry is not insignificant, you know. That's 15 like for AD1. that's a big boost, right? That's a pretty heavy boost. And even for AA, that would be a 5% increase. So it's not bad. It's 10% or more for most of these. So that's pretty good. Okay, this is the quest I was talking about that you get at turn 40. Probe microfactory is basically garbage. If you need more probes, you just build more probes. Here's the winning move. Searching, because you get scavenged ram scoop, which is a 3 movement speed engine, and each movement point gives you an extra 25% movement. And here's the best part, they stack. So if you have 2 of those engines, then each movement point, it's 6 movement points added, and it's all at plus 50%. If you have 3 engines, then it's 9 movement added at plus 75% movement traveled, distance traveled per movement point. So it's compounding increased speed. So you can come up with some really fast ships that way. So scavenged ram scoop is the way to go. So the trick is, in order to do that, you need to explore discover 4 systems outside your constellation. Probably should have Probably, I don't know if this counts as part of this constellation. Probably should have made that decision before I moved. That one would have counted towards it maybe. But whatever. What's done is done. Okay, so here's this scout. Nothing to explore here, or here, or here. I like to double check. Sometimes I have a hard time noticing them flashing. Oh, okay, interesting. So there's a subterranean requiring 3 in that system. And there's another one there. Interesting. Required curiosity expedition power is 3. So that feels like, okay, that one is a ash planet. Malin is on an ash planet. So we've got 2 of them on ash planets. That feels like a luxury resource. That's what that feels like. Okay. So let's have him go probably all the way out here. I kind of want to not go too far at once because, like, if a system is discovered out here, I want him to go check it out. Just like I kind of want to have this guy check this one out, but I think I want to explore these first. Okay, doing a little exploring there. AP is going to be much stronger now industrially. We're at 12 and we're producing as an empire we're producing 2.5 titanium. So that was enough to build 1 upgrade about every 8 turns or so. So we're about 4 turns away from being able to build another upgrade. And then I'll have to decide which one's going to get it between AB or AD or one of these others. It's going to be kind of whoever needs it the most. Okay, so right now you see it's that, and then we'll see the slingshot bonus next turn. Ooh, we completed ATAC systems, yeah. Cool. These food systems are great. Next one's gonna be really good, man. We're gonna start get that food flowing. Okay. So remember it was like 225 and I thought I was going to have enough, and then I realized, oh no, I'm going to have another outpost. It turned into a colony, which I was going to raise the price by 75. I won't have enough. And so yeah, you see it went from 225 to 300 for the support. So I can only do official support, which provides small boost to the chosen party. So I'm confident Ecologist is going to win. I want to make sure the Industrialists win. What I don't want is the Pacifist or the Scientist or somebody else. Sometimes what happens is the parties will throw their support behind like a rival faction, like somebody who's not industrialist, and they'll end up overriding it. So I'm going to give my support to the industrialists, assuming what I'm hoping here, and there's always some randomness here, and things go against you sometimes. I think the ecologists should win, and even though I put official support behind industrials, I don't think they're going to get, the majority of the support. I think that'll just help them make sure that these others don't win. So that's what I'm going with. Fingers crossed, here we go. And here's the election. Okay, so it looks like supposedly ecologists will win and industrialists will be in second place, and then these are the votes of the other factions. There we go. Oh, this is here's a little sneak peek of what the galaxy star map layout is when you include wormholes. So you can see there's this link here. So that tells me that from this system where we just had the scout ship sending out probes, there's a wormhole link from this system to that system. So that system over there has increased strategic value because it's the termination point of a wormhole. So that'll be something to make note of. Okay, you get to see it on this map before you have wormhole technology. So that's a way of getting a sneak peek at your galaxy. And if you wanted to, you could like grab a screen capture of this and then kind of refer back to it. It's not really a cheat. It's just it is what it is. It's a little tip, I guess. Tips and tricks. So that's one. Okay, here we go. Next step, we're gonna see how the election actually went out, because this is how they voted, and then 22 representatives total. That's how the vote breakout was. Let's see who actually got elected. Okay, it went as predicted, but you can see the religious party supported the ecologists and the scientists supported the industrialists. Okay, cool. So it unlocked a law that requires you to be established. So before I was functional, now I'm established as ecologists. Now it's turned 41. So we made it through the election. Okay, made it through the election. Here's our laws. Hardship ready, new colony. So we still have ecologists and industrialists. Now here's the Senate split. Remember, it was 3 and 1. It was 3 industrial and 1. Sorry, 3 ecologists and 1 industrial before. Now, because our population has increased, we have more voting. Like if you look at our total population, I guess there are 11 population total, and there are 22 representatives in the Senate. Okay, so here is that ability I was talking about, plus 15 industry on colonies on the Empire. For 10 turns. And then increases industrialist political ideology for 20 turns, which that only really kicks in during elections, really. So 20 turns from now, it's not going to be an election. So pretty irrelevant, but sometimes the timing of it will matter if you're coming up on an election. Let's see, Super Horatio's on AB. AA produces an Overwatch. Okay, now we're going to be back to producing planets. Get him going that way, get him going this way. Could send probes, but it would end my movement, which can be okay. You just would want to set your movement there, and then so you're leaving the system, so you're not there when the pirates show up. And then when you do end turn, you just spam the move all fleets orders, execute fleet orders, whatever, so that as soon as the clear turn clicks over and it lets you, your ship skedaddles out of that system right away. But I've already got probes coming. You know what? I'll go ahead and do it. Why not? Why not? Like that. I'll demonstrate it. So when I do hit enter, and I'm going to be spamming this order all fleets to execute their plane moves, so that he doesn't get attacked by these pirates. Alright, let's see what we have over here. Signal. Requiring Curiosity Expedition Power 2. I have 3 movement left. Okay. If it's a pirate, I'm going to buzz off to the system. As quick as I can. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Run, 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 run. Like that. It's good to plan that ahead of time, because sometimes that happens. Okay, so that guy. He's not a very strong pirate. He's a weak pirate, a 32. Okay. Okay, well that wasn't great. But it's definitely a thing that happens. Yeah, my scout ships tend to not be armed, so they get shot up, they get destroyed. It eventually is going to happen. It's like when I produce them, I know it's like, okay, this guy is going to be going out into hazardous territory. He's unarmed. At some point, he's going to expire. He's probably a one-way trip, right? He's not coming back. Most of my scouts I send out, they don't ever make it back home. They boldly go on a one-way trip. Okay, yeah, we are at 9 super ratios, but if we look at the populations, it's still not a problem. I mean, like, I'm not sure if I want more of these to produce or not. You know what I'm going to do? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Okay, so here's another trick. Population control. So the next population that's going to grow right now is sowers. But I don't really want more sowers. So I think here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take... You can take one sower off, and that doesn't change anything. But if you take all of a population, off of a system, it will change it. Watch. Now it's switched over to its Super Horatios. And you'll always be able to produce your core main race. So when I put these back, this is going to stay the same. So it just changed what the next population is going to be. So you can do that if you want to micromanage what population are growing, as long as you have a spaceport that you can take the population off to where it becomes 0, then it will skip that population type. And if you have several population types, you can do that through all of them or whatever. If you want to focus on getting a certain population to grow next, you can do that micromanagement as long as you have a spaceport and as long as the population is low enough that you can get all of them off of your system into your spaceport. So there's some caveats there, and it's micromanaging. Some people think it's a cool trick to fine-tune how their empire is growing. Other people's way too annoyed to be bothered with micromanaging details like that. Okay, so we're ready to advance the turn. Let's see here. And at this point, we only have the 1 new colony rule in effect. So the other one had expired, and so now we have 8. Now they will stack. They will totally stack. So you can have multiple colonies, bonuses happening at the same time. And one's in 20, one's in 40. Oh, wait. Oh, I missed it. I forgot to boost back there. There we go. From 40 to 20, see? And watch, from 14 to 28. There we go. So he's boosted. 193, 191. I guess maybe I only missed it by 1 turn. I don't know. Whatever. Not a big deal. Okay, so I'm going to click end turn, and then I'm going to spam this to execute plan move so that this guy will fly over here before this guy arrives, and that guy has a speed of 8. How far over is he? 1, 2. He is 3 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to move him, and I'm going to keep an eye out to see if this guy keeps coming. Then I may need to keep going. Alright, so here we go. End turn. And spam ED, spam. This button, click. There we go. See, he took off before they arrived. And where are they going next? So if he was going there, I might have him go up here. Six movement left, okay. Let's take a look here. Okay. That suddenly became a much more interesting system. That cold system is going to take forever to grow. However, there's adamantium there. Ooh. That juicy resource. One, 2, 3. Okay, so here's what I'm counting. I'm counting the distance on this last turn, because I know that I have 10 movement and my probes are 5, so each probe I launch takes away 2 movement. So by counting this out, I can see how many probes I can launch next turn before leaving and still get here in the same number of turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like 7 or 8. So it looks like I can send 1 probe out before heading down here. Ticking on was that population. Science. And adamantium. Okay. Okay, we're through the election. How long? 19 turns till these outposts complete. 17 here. Okay, I think I can change my laws now. And right now my law of keep is 5.5 per turn. So that's not cheap, right? But imagine if I didn't have the ace senators, it would be 11 instead of 5.5 upkeep. So that would be right, twice as much. Half price laws are cool. Okay, so let's drop this, and we'll see this plus 12 is going to go up. Abolish the law. Boom. See? Alright, now let's go ahead and build cram exam again. It'll take an approval hit, but we have some pretty good approval here. And we are at 380 science. Pass Cram Exam Act. And we go from 380 to 483. So 103 science increase. Pretty significant. That is pretty nice boost to science. Pretty darn nice. And the approval results are still devoted. This one was happy before. It's still happy. Let's take a look at that system. Let's see if we can. Nope. People are where they are. These are where they are. Not really much I can do with this approval on these systems. Okay, crosses in 23. Oh yeah, but so the extra 20% food on outposts, remember they were 19, now all of a sudden they're at 23. So there is that. By changing the law, I'm losing that food production bonus. The food production bonus I'm talking about is there. 20% of the food on outposts. So it's going to theoretically make it take 4 turns longer to establish those as colonies from outposts. But look at the science picking up over here because I'm building all those science ships and researching curiosities, right? Searching curiosities, exploring the galaxy, building science generating constructions. All right, so science generating constructions are when we build these outposts. See, political impact increases scientists versus this outpost ships produce ecologists. So yeah, so we're seeing science is picking up. Okay. Price decrease for military ships. Yeah, so I don't even have the ability to buy the military ships yet, but if I had this here, gives you the ability to buy ships mercenaries and heroes. So that's mercenary ships and heroes. So you could buy heroes, which is pretty handy. I mean, if I am running up against the colonization cap threshold here, by having too many systems colonized, then I'll look at that. And it's always nice just to have more heroes. Okay. Sorry about that. Sniff. Okay, so we got through the elections. That's the big thing. Alright, I think I'm going to send this guy up here. Because he can get there in 2 turns. After this turn, I mean 2 turns. So he's on his way. And what I might end up doing is just going right from here, send out a spray of probes to kind of just take a look. And then after I fire off those probes, just go straight over here from there. Like that. And this guy is going to go down here. Cool. I feel good about it. And I think I'm going to get away without pirates hijacking any of my ships yet. Let's see. This guy can go. And you know what? I'm just going to fire off a full spread. Probes is a lot. It's kind of silly, but you know what? Why not? It's fun. So he's done for the turn, and he's done for the turn. I start completing every ship's moves once I start getting multiple fleets and stuff, just to make sure I don't forget people's movements. Because you can advance the turn without doing moves on your fleets, and I do that sometimes on accident. So try to be more efficient than that. Okay, we'll advance the turn to 43, and I think we'll call it quits on this recording. Had some good progress. Got some outposts established. Got a new outpost out here. Got a new colony established. Trucking along. Population is gained. Population is still not a problem. We now have the first population collection bonus. So now, super ratios boost industrial support. And you can see industry creates extra industry, and it also supports ecology. I'm starting to toy with the idea of splicing those guys. I guess we'll go one more turn. So when you just queue things up like this, they automatically end up at the bottom of the queue. they're a long way off from being built, so I haven't really played around with it too much. This is a pretty neat structure. You get plus 25 food per system level. So in this case, since it's a level 2 system up here, that's 50 food plus 3 on original Empire population. And I think it also does get multiplied by the plus 150%. So plus 3 on original Empire population actually becomes plus 3 plus 4.5, so it's actually 7.5 per pop. So that becomes pretty good amount of food extra kicking in. That structure's pretty good. So we're going to do these 2 planets first. Each of those is hot, so you get 5 because of my this tech here. Eukaryotic sap, plus 5 approval on hot, and plus 5 approval on planets. So each of these will give a plus 10 approval, which will be pretty high, and that'll allow me to tolerate having higher populations. When you hit this zone here, they'll start adding a negative because of overcrowding. And that's the new food facilities I just queued up. Okay, this pirate's coming for me. That's the weak one that came out of that curiosity. Okay, so let's double measure again. Let's measure this one more time before I go and throw a probe out and mess up things. Okay, so after the 4, between the 4 and the 5, how many dots are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the move from the 7th dot to 5 is 8, so it's 8. So I should be able to send 1 probe out if I have a useful place to send it. I guess I can send 1 here or here. That seems a little more useful. Yeah, it just makes it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Alright, that's being efficient with my scouts. Okay, so he made his escape successfully. This guy's made his escape successfully. Then we have our slow Overwatch ships. Don't have a lot of engines, but they have a lot of probe vision. A huge vision radius and a whole bunch of probes. So that's why I call them Overwatch, right? They're just basically kind of keeping an eye on things. It gives you vision of all the pirates moving around in the background and stuff, so you can somewhat avoid problems with them. Good for keeping an eye on your space if there's invaders coming in or competing races or whatever. Okay, well, let's advance the turn, and then this time we'll call it the session. Turn 44 is where we'll pick up next time. Thank you for watching. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Questions, comments, suggestions, put them in the comments. I'll read them all and respond. So yeah, this is where we'll pick up next time. Thank you for watching. See you next time.